Howdy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again, and it is time for the video I didn't want to make, but unfortunately we're going to have to, and it is Wave 4 of the NASCAR Authentics line. That is today's topic of discussion. Oh boy, I'm going to try not to rant too much about this video, guys. I'm going to try to keep the video short. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into it. So everybody has had a very colorful opinion about NASCAR Authentics Wave 4, and the reason why it is produced on, yes, our favorite diecast mold, that being the PTC mold. And for try to briefly explain why people cannot stand this diecast mold. It's clunky, the decals are not good, the paint, it's such a lower quality product, okay? Everyone's been very unhappy with Wave 4, especially when Wave 4 got delayed for like a month. And then you add in the fact that it is on a bad diecast mold. So let's go ahead and just talk about the cars here, guys. The first one here is going to be Harrison Burton's rookie car. His first ever Harrison Burton diecast to be made in the NASCAR Authentics line for his Cup Series career. And I tell you what, man, the first thing that bugs me about it is there's no chrome numbers. It's not a Wood Brothers car without a gold kind of reflective number. So obviously we don't have that, even with the L mold diecast. Of course, this being the PTC mold, and that's the second thing about it. These cars, man, the balloon tires, they're bulky. I mean, the front ends on the Toyotas look like Chevys. They're actually Toyotas, but they're just clunky. I mean, I've seen these cars without any paint on them already. It's just, I don't know, man. The diecast molds, they're clunky. The decal job, I mean, you could just see the overlaps. Look, nothing's going to be perfect, but when you look at, or I look at the Gold Series diecast in my collection that I'm so thankful to have, and then I look at this, I would not want this in my own collection. I would not want to give someone this diecast for their own collection. I would feel bad donating this car to someone because the quality is that bad. That's just the truth. And that's why the Gold Series, guys, is the way to go. The EL mold, all the Gold Series cars, at least to present day, are made on the EL mold, which is the most popular one. It's the one everybody knows and loves. This one right here, that's a EL mold diecast, the 2022 Valvoline William Byron car. That was produced on the good mold. The 2021 Kevin Harvick crashing at the Roval paint scheme. That was known as the EL mold for the Gen 6. And you look at the atrocity known as the Gen 7 PTC mold. It's bad, yo. So, yeah. The next one's going to be Martin Truex Jr. I feel for all the Truex fans out there. This ain't it, yo. This ain't it. Kyle Busch, Interstate Batteries car. Oh my goodness. Not only did they screw up the Gold Series edition of this car a little bit because it's not as bright as the Gen 6 variant, but then you have a completely botched A, B, and C pillar design on this car, at least for this particular one. It's just mind-boggling. And then the roof number is not even the right color to the accurate car. So that makes me think this was probably approved far before the Gold Series edition. Could be mistaken on that. But man, it's just save your money. Get the Gold Series stuff, guys. And of course, if you want to help save on shipping, you know what to do, guys. We got that promo code down below. You don't have to deal with all this Wave 4 authentic stuff. Who knows if the future waves are going to have this PTC mode? Ignore it. Get it in the Gold Series. You could save on shipping. Use the code Diecastbuffet for any orders $30 or more. And I'll quickly touch on this real quick because I don't think a lot of people knew this. I just figured out as well. The promo code will not work for the Black Friday sales. So I just want to kind of let y'all know on that. I just recently figured that one out. So I just want to kind of let people know. Don't want to disappoint anyone, but I just want to make sure I get that word across. So the next one here, and this might be the worst one out of all of them, is the Joey Logano AAA car. So not only does the diecast mold look crap, there's white lines all over. I mean, I have seen people who have printed out computer paper customs that had more coverage than this. I mean, there's white lines all over the A, B, and C post. It looks bad. Like, this is... I've seen $5 Hot Wheels cars that have 10 times more detail and quality than this. If this was made on the EL mode, no one would have made a stink about it, guys. And I actually have a theory on how we can fix the NASCAR Authentics line and what is really became of it with, you know, everything getting more expensive. And truth be told, the best solution, I'll touch on that a little bit later in the video, but this Joey Logano diecast ain't it. The Austin CINDRIC one, it is the liquid color, it is the normal one. The liquid color paint job looks good, but it's just, it bugs me, guys. The tires are probably the worst part of this mold. Okay, if you remember the Racing Champions diecast back in the 90s, they were like gigantic, right? But at least they had some three-dimensional texture to it. Like the wheels are a little bit more deep dish, if you will. It's bad. The Cole Custer one's probably the best looking one out of all of them because the way the paint job works, it kind of hides a lot of it. The wheels it just ain't it, Chief. It's just not it. You look at the Brad Keselowski, obviously it is a Authentics line diecast. You're not going to have that reflective number that we all know and love, but man, I just, if you're an Authentics collector, guys, I just cannot stress enough. Please, just save your money. Go get the Gold Series win. Wait for a holiday sale. Wait till next year. Just save your money. You will thank me later. There are so many people, guys, that I've heard that they bought the 2018 Wave 12 that had the PTC mold for the Gen 6, and they were all hyped about it. Oh, it looks great. And then years later, they talk about, like, man, why did I buy that? I'm glad I never bought it. In fact, actually, take that back. I bought 3 waves of it. 3 full 10-car waves of it, went to another store and returned it because it was peg warming that bad in my own store. I couldn't get the 2019s in. Got it to a different store, got rid of it. But yeah, I didn't buy it then, and I look back and I'm so glad I didn't. I feel like a lot of people who are hyped, oh, it's a brand new wave. I want that Harrison Burton diecast. I want that Brad K diecast. I'm just saying, guys, it doesn't matter if you're a young collector, an older collector, you play with them, you don't. The quality of these cars, guys, you're not going to want to see that in your display case of how wonky jaw the molds are and how the quality of the decals are not there. And if you play with these, trust me, there's cars that were made in 2014 with the PTC mold that have significantly worse damage than cars that were played back in the 2000s. And I'm talking cars that were played in the front yard, the backyard for 2 decades, pretty much. They have been tossed around in totes and drawers that are in better condition than those 2014 WLS PTC mold cars. I'm just saying, it doesn't matter what collector you are, I would avoid these. That's just me. Go get the Wave 2. Go with Wave 3, right? I wouldn't get the Wave 3 Larson or Kevin Harvick because those things are botched. And the Chase Elliott because the decal job is blurry as all get. I'm getting a little off topic here. You can say I love diecasts. And this is just, ugh. Then you have Wave 4, Chase Elliott, another Chase Elliott diecast. Why not? I'm a Chase Elliott fan. This UNIFIRST car, man, it ain't it either. I mean, the color of the green is not even close. I mean, it's supposed to be like a toothpaste minty green, and now it's like a what do you call it? Like a medical green, like, you know, like the outfits, the scrubs green type of stuff. That's what it looks like. Completely wrong color job, and it's just like the Alex Bowman diecast. When you don't have the accurate color on the diecast that was present on the real race car, I'm not a fan of it, and to me, it bugs me. The last car in this wave is going to be Kevin Harvick, the Mobil 1 Pegasus car. So glad we were able to do a review on that in the Gold Series, and that brings me to another point. If you really want to see how these cars look in quality form, check out the videos down below. I'll have a description. I'll have it in the description for y'all. You can check it out. Did reviews on, I believe, every one of these just about in the Gold Series, so that's why. If you're looking to have these cars maybe underneath your Christmas tree, I highly recommend, even if that means you get less diecast, just get it in the Gold Series because you'll see the quality difference in those diecast reviews compared to what you just saw with the photos. And of course, these are not my photos of these cars, so credit to Lionel for that. But wow, I do not like the PTC mode, and does it go to the question, are you going to keep buying NASCAR Authentics one? Look, I know I'm all over the place with this video, guys. I really don't like these cars, and I try to be level-headed with these videos. I'm fired up. I gotta be honest with you. If this is what the Authentics line is going to be, where you're gonna have PTC mold cars, I'm not buying any of them. I didn't buy them in 2018. I didn't buy them in, what was it, last year or this year, but it was the 2021 Wave series or whatnot. Wave 13. I didn't buy any of them. I'm not going to buy any of these. I'm not going to say, oh, I don't want them, and then 3 weeks later buy them. I'm not going to buy any of these. I didn't buy them in 2018. I got them sent to a different store. These ain't for me, Chief. And if this is what the Authentics line becomes, I'm not going to buy any of them. I'm not. I don't care if it's a Chase Elliott Race to Win exclusive. I'll make my own. I'll go buy a standard Gold Series one, and I'll make my own. And this brings me to the point where I like to have some constructive criticism and a solution to go with it. There's one thing to just kind of howl at the moon and not have an idea about it, but to me, what I truly think the Authentics line needs to do, and this this might not sound well to a lot of people. So the reason why they're doing this in the first place is to cut costs. I mean, let's be honest. You go to the store, you see the price of groceries, you see the price of clothes, you see the price of just everything going up. They're having to do something about that, right? So what they're doing is they're reducing the quality so they can still make their bottom line. They're a business. It happens. I'm no expert, but I can understand basic economics there. What's happening is they're having to reduce the quality to make their bottom line. Now, this is where I personally think they should do. Increase the price. I know, shocker. And hear me out. If they were to hypothetically say, make it $6 or $7 across the board at all the retail stores, let's just say $7. Because I think at Target, I think it's $6 now. But let's just say they put it for $7. Right now, that seems very expensive and egregious, right? But think about it. The Gold Series are going up $1 or $2 for 2023. And if you look a little bit down the road, let's just say the year is 2026, $7 is going to feel pretty normal. So my point is that eventually they're going to have to increase the price because that's just how economics are going to happen. I say just go ahead and do it. The collectors are not going to like it early on, myself included. However, in time, people will be like, okay, it is what it is. It's on par with everything else you purchase. It's, and the only way I would allow that, or I would be okay with that, is if they bring the quality back. I'm not talking just a little bit. I'm talking full on same quality we had like in 2020 where you had plastic hoods, right? I miss those so much, the plastic hoods, or even the magnets, like the actual magnets, not the little cheap flimsy, what do you call it? The gumball machine stickers. That's what they're like. They're the really cheap ones. No more of those. Plastic hoods, EL mold, no more PTC, increase it $2 more, and let it go for a couple of years. As the time goes on, people will get adjusted to it. It'll self-elevate with the rest of the economy, and then guess what? I think everyone at the end of the day will get a better product because there's a lot of collectors that would be willing to spend $1 more to have it on the EL mold. I know I would. Because the quality of what you're getting is not good enough, guys. I would not want this. If I had kids, I wouldn't want to buy it for them. I wouldn't want to give someone one of these cards. I would feel bad doing that. I wouldn't want them in my own collection. This is my honest thoughts and opinions. And when I try to critique something, I like to give at least an idea. And that's what I think they should do, guys. They've been at $5 for the better part of, 5, 6, 7 something years, give or take. They've been in that price range. If the only way we can increase the quality back to where it needs to be on a consistent basis is to increase the price of the Authentics diecast, I am okay with that because everything is doing so. What do y'all think, guys? Make sure to comment down below. Again, go with the Gold Series, guys. Just go with the Gold Series. I know it's more expensive, but I'd rather have 1 Gold Series diecast than 2 of the Authentics ones. I mean, I wouldn't even want to make crash customs out of these because I've seen the interiors on these cars, guys. It's a joke. The steering wheel is completely flat. It looks like a stool you would see at a bar. Like, it's flat. It's embarrassing. There's literally no detail. Like, the way the whole interior piece is, guys, it's one plastic piece, right? And, like, the dashboard is, like, hinged. So you peel it up, you put it back in, you put the shell of the car in there. It's all one plastic piece. It's not like on your traditional I'll show an example here. On your traditional EL mode cars, this is a Monte Carlo, so forgive me. But it's not like this where the bottom part and the top part are separate. No, it's like all one piece, and it's crazy. Like the detail. I know y'all can't see this, but the detail you would see on the dashboard, on the steering wheel with the arms on it, it's all one flat piece. I mean, I don't know. I know people are going to say they're toys, but I wouldn't even give this to someone as a toy. Because the quality, once they play with it, the decals are going to fall apart. Trust me, I have seen these things. You take them out of the box, like the 2014 diecast, the WLS and the PTC ones, you take them out of the box and the corners would start chipping. They have some funky decal wrap on it or some funky clear coat. It does not hold up. I have seen cars, Hot Wheels cars from the 70s that hold up better, that were used than some of these PTC mold cars, guys. Just saying. So that's all for now. I didn't want to make the video too long, but hey, let's just hope that Wave 5 and Wave 6 get them back on track, because this ain't it, guys. The collectors, they're not happy about it. I understand they have to make a sacrifice. Either they sacrifice quality or they increase the price. To me, I would say increase the price. Yes, people are going to be able to get less cars, but at least you'll be able to get higher quality products to the fans. And that's what I would personally do. And I'll end the video on this. And I want y'all to kind of stew on this. If you buy these cars, would you want to have these cars in your collection 5 years from now? Think about that for a second. These cars, with the quality issues they have and the really bulky and crappy molds, would you want this in your collection 5 years from now? And even better, if you ever tried to sell it, good luck, because no one's going to want it. But if you have it on the EL mold, you're going to have quality, and there's going to be a little bit more market demand. So the Gold Series version of these cars, they're already increasing a little bit in value because of these cheaper Authentics disasters. That's all for now, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you can, please give it a huge thumbs up. And we have a diecast haul coming pretty soon. I'll try to get that on the channel. And yes, thank God, these are Gold Series diecasts. So that's all for now. Thank y'all so much for watching. Have a great one. Diecastbuffet. Sign off.